Ho ho boardies! Welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and this is Danganronpa episode 20. We finally got there. Last episode we started the 4th class trial. Things happened and now we're here. So if I remember correctly, fingers were slowly pointing towards Hina and she was being particularly suspicious, so let's see what's going on. It's going to load. It is not that one, it is that one. Okay. Continue, not chapter select, that's close. Because of that, everything I did got found out and that's it. Oh. I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. Oh yeah, so she's claiming that she murdered Sakura. And I think it's not as simple as that. I think maybe I think that it could be the case that Sakura has killed herself and decided to try and save Hina. Well, he tried to make it look like Hina did it so that she could get out. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's find out.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
That's not right. Because we saw the footprints just outside Section C. And not Section A, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if that's true... Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac. Okay.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Footprints is in the powder. Chem lab shelf, source of the powder. Okay.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Okay. Wasn't sure what to do then. I'm going to look at it one more time. In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? So I think we do have to use the footprints in the powder bullet. Those facts clearly contradict what Hina just told us.
First, I went to Section C.
Okay.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay.
So I feel like it's got to be
I moved from Section C.
this.
No, it's wrong.
Jacques Hughes!
You said you went to get the poison from Section C.
We got it.
And
We got there.
that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein.
We get it. to spell it out to everybody.
Left at the scene were not moving
Can't leave a little mystery.
C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
Uh-uh.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
Exactly.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Okay. We know that.
well,
Let's move on now. We've cracked it.
What the?
What the?
What the hell? What's going on here?
Byakuya, not so clever now, are you?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
You're not the only footprint detective around. What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
What was in there? Because he had the poison saying, hey, it's just protein powder actually, guys. Watch me chug it.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
This! Piece of glass. Ah.
Sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize?
Hmm.
Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Oh, okay. I've got this. So, the glass must have been on the floor when the protein powder was spilt, so it must be the window, the door that was broken. Right?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something this same shade of blue. Yeah, the rec room window. We didn't break either of those, so it's got to be this one.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Yeah.
Window? The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
Yeah, the other bottles were brown, I think. For the glass.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
what's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina said, oh god, it's been so long. It wasn't Section C. She's saying that she got it from Section A, right? So she's claiming that that's right.
I got it!
I got it!
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
Uh-oh.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
No.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked.
Byakuya has been a bit suspicious.
But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
How can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? Because the glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
We already know that she was given the protein can with the protein inside.
That can wasn't there when she died. How did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Okay.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can.
Zoinks! Zoinks, Scoob!
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no.
Someone trip over it.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Nor I, said the mouse. Nor I, said the bird.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Okay. Okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay. When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window. If I concentrate on that, before I broke the window.
When
Okay.
it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt.
That seems to be the last thing.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
What? Oh, I missed it. Alright, let's try again.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No.
I'm going to slow time down for
It had to have been in there the whole time.
this one.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
J'accuse! Byakuya. Byakuya.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So it couldn't have got there. couldn't have. There's no way it would have rolled. Oh, if it had been kicked over, it would have rolled on top of the glass.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Okay.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Okay.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
Yes.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Ah, I don't get it.
That's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility
So-
is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing
So
what
someone tried to hide her dignity.
such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Dum, boom,
Then tell
dum,
us
dum,
already.
dum.
Sorry. Please, tell us.
Oh yeah, bit of humility coming through. Byakuya.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Okay, well if Sakura drank it knowing that it was poison, then I've got to assume that Sakura got it.
was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. Hero. Sakura?
I got it!
I got it!
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh. The moment of truth. Okay.
You're a liar!
Ooh.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Okay, got it.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking!
Okay.
Do you have any kind of proof?
This should prove it.
Yellow powder. I think I just aced that rhythm game.
Hina,
It's the best I've done.
Know that Sakura's foot had a
That's
certain
right.
yellow powder stuck to it?
It had yellow powder on it.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Mm-hmm.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on our instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
That's some severe whiplash.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first
The
place?
only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because...
Why are you leaving? Why are you lying?
Because I killed her!
She's trying to save her. Save her dignity.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Select someone. Okay? Not me. Sakura.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Gasp.
What?
What?
The killer was Sakura?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying it was suicide?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either.
Any more than I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And
So
that
sad.
explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Yakuya created the locked room in secret. Monokuma forced her into the locked room. This one.
I got it!
I got it!
The locked room mystery
Chaos
was
control!
created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it,
So she ran, got the
I
protein
realize
bottle.
how unusual your actions were.
It's a good job that, oh yeah, I have to go get them. I have to go get them! I have to go get the others! So it's a good job that the poison bottle was completely empty, otherwise Byakuya would have just swallowed a load of poison. Oh, shaky legs. Hina left the rec room. Oh, on shaky legs. Oh, shaky legs.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the
What's gonna happen when Sakura is like the blackened? You're gonna like kill her again.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints
It's like
make
Sakura was
perfect
trying to
sense.
frame 3 people.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Ooh, ogre. Oh, she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed, I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Interesting.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No!
No.
I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
It's not over.
End this properly.
With a showdown. Closing argument. Begin. Alright. So, Sakura gave a letter to Toko, Hiro, and Byakuya. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so she was in there. Okay. That's right, I think. And then... Okay, we're not missing anything on this page. Right. So Hiro panics, hits Sakura over the head, causing something to happen. Oh, the bottle to break. And then with the book. Oh, the magazine, so he puts Toko in the magazine. And then Hiro bolts it. Oh, right. What did she do? So she's inside. Then she comes out. She picks up the magazine. Oh, hang on. No, she puts the magazine back. Hiro leaves without putting it back. She puts it back upside down. Oop. Okay, so... Yeah. Oh, hang on, there's something we've missed. Oh no, I've put it here. That's got a thing. Okay, cool. So, next thing we're missing is... Toko? Is that who we're calling her? Is her name Toko? I think it is. Right, so she hits him with the other one. Oh, sorry. Cleans it up, skedaddles. Okay. And then Sakura then drinks poison. So the plan was to frame them. She's dead. And then... Well, she's not really the Blackened if she didn't kill Sakura. Nothing to place there, I don't think, and then... Okay. Okay. I see, so Hina sees... Okay, we got the actual poison. There it is there, that's when Sakura drank it. Right, okay, she pockets it here. And then comes back with the protein. Great.
The killer is you!
I got it right. This is going to be the first one to get right.
Began when Sakura asked a number of people
First time.
to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Okay, so far so good.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Freak Slam said.
Found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Yeah, she did. Dun 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 dun. Okay,
Next to arrive was Hiro.
have this candy.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him. So
The
he
candy.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. Yeah, okay.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name,
Toko.
Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Simple enough.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the
Why her though? Because she's the serial killer.
she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Okay.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
That's a big mistake to make though, isn't it?
She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Dun dun.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the...
Do 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 do.
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly...
Why would she do that though?
And there, She took her final breath.
Was it the hope of just killing everybody?
The rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
In order to save her sister, was it? Is that who was hostage?
But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was
So do you think
looking,
Hina's gonna die then?
it with an empty protein.
Seems like she's been set up as the Blackened.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort,
Hina. Hina the Ashamed.
that's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
The great Byakuya.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand.
He's the ultimate
Why you couldn't
idiot.
solve this case.
The ultimate lucky. It's just because he's lucky.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
You've got to learn to trust us, Byakuya. A, B, A. Pretty good. Nice. 98 points, that's great.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Oi.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
Oh, it's Sakura.
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
With Sakura. Bing. There she is. So what did they do?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay. We're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because... That's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died... It's 'cause all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died. Oh, wow. You don't mean you're gonna take us all with you. We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand, then let me explain. You realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. Oh my god. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down! You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me...
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she has to meet with them. You has to meet with those three. You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you, at once, even you. Hina, please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Aww. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you'd just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... Oh. You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina,
you came. Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
Huh?
I'm
so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Oh.
Huh?
Favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please.
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why?
Oh. Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive in the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What, but Hina already?
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
What? Then... You... lied to me. You lied to me.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well,
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene. Cut.
And?
So, then what did she write in her real suicide note?
what are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you just get on with it, please?
Yes indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Okay. Seems like we're taking it in turns.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
Couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait, until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, As I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart. The mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So, that's why, Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course. Because of that, I decided to reveal her secrets, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I don't hate you, Sakura. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is...
Makoto.
myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Aww. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're a fan of Sakura. I never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way.
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
Where is she? Is this what Sakura's room looks like? The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is...
I didn't understand how she fell, not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died to you, so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste. Huh? Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her, and nobody else blame Hina either. But what? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else. What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He is absolutely right about that. Lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Huh?
naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. Oh, Byakuya's on our side.
What's going on here?
Now I have only one thing to look forward to. And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. We know.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone. Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time! Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens, no! Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old students I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Bear times one rule.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So, for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Okay. Who's the special guest? Oh, no. Oh. That's horrible. You're gonna get yours, Monokuma. I swear. You'll pay for this! Excavator Destroyer. You'll pay! Oh. We will get our revenge. You.
Oh, no!
You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk.
Whew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The colour, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
Gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Oh my god. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy, and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend! And you killed him!
Is this what you call animism, where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out, all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally! No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew when you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Well, I mean the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
hey,
So, of course I didn't care. If you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God. Someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably mad.
well.
Okay. Time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript.
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully, it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
Oh, a clue. What a clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin this surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. I could never let any of you greaseballs have it. But... Sucks for you, loser! Wait, what's this?
What is it now?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what, and that's seriously it. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you.
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say? Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long and hard.
Okay. Alright, well, we're going to leave it there. What do those things mean? What has Monokuma done to everybody? I guess we'll find out next time on Borderline Games. Have a good evening. See you guys. Bye-bye.